guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing a recipe for Guyanese Salara or red cake. Some people may call it coconut turnovers or coconut cake. And to get started, here are the ingredients I will be using. Here I have some all-purpose flour, and I also have some pre-grated coconut. This is the store-bought one, but if you have the fresh coconut, that will be best. Here I have some brown sugar and white sugar. I have some whole milk, melted butter, freshly grated nutmeg and allspice. I have cinnamon and ginger. I have here some red food coloring and some yeast. I have some vanilla extract, some more sugar, and I have some butter. Let's get started. So to get started, we'll begin by making the dough first, and we will add our yeast and our sugar to the milk. Make sure the milk is warm, and we will mix that in and allow it to activate. Then we will add our butter to the flour, mix that in, and then we will add our yeast mixture back into the flour, and we will mix until we form a nice soft dough. And one thing I forgot to mention is that I am using salted butter. And when I use salted butter, I don't add salt to my dough. So if you are using unsalted butter, you can add like a half teaspoon of salt to your dough. Once the dough comes together, we will turn it onto a floured surface, and we will knead for about 5 to 8 minutes until it is completely smooth. And once you're done kneading, your dough should be looking like this. Now we will place this back into our mixing bowl with a piece of damp paper towel, and we will let it rise for about 45 minutes to 1 hour until it doubles in size. Next, we'll get our filling ready by adding all of our spices, vanilla extract, sugar, and food coloring to our grated coconut. We will mix until it is well combined. And guys, remember that you can make this into whatever color you like. If you like it dark, you add more of the coloring. If you like it into a light red, you add less of the coloring. You just do whatever you desire. This part is a choice. And some people may cook this on the stove. I don't know. They cook it so that the sugar could melt, but I don't like to do that with mine because I find that it becomes very runny and messy, and I don't like that. So it melts anyway when you put it in the oven to cook. So I would usually just mix everything in like this and fill my dough. Then I put it into the oven and everything comes together nicely. So, but if you like cooking yours on the stove, this is the perfect time to put it in a pot and just cook it until all the sugar melts and, you know, until it becomes whatever you desire. And look at that bright, beautiful red color, guys. This is the perfect color for me. This is the color that I like. So I will stop adding color now. And you can still see like specks of the white coconut in there. Don't worry about that. It will all disappear in a minute. Now we'll set this aside until our dough is ready. Okay guys, so here I have my dough nicely risen, and we will be using some butter for this step. And it is a good time to get your baking tray or dish ready. Here I have mine with some parchment paper, and it is also a good time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we'll go ahead and release all of the air that's inside the dough. Then we will begin to roll the dough out into either a square or a rectangle. It all depends on the length you want your cake in. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So once you got your dough all rolled out like this, now we'll go ahead and start adding the butter right in the middle, leaving a border around the edges. You don't want to butter the entire dough because we have to leave space where we will roll this up. So we will butter it, and then we will add our coconut filling, adding a generous amount right where we added the butter, leaving a border around the edges. And then we will roll this up. And what I like to do is roll it really tightly so that I can see all the layers of the coconut separating the dough. And I also like to add, some egg wash to seal my edges down, because I find when you don't add the egg wash, it sometimes loose up in the oven and, cause a lot of dripping, and it becomes too messy, and I don't like that. So I use the egg to be on the safe side. Now I will continue this, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Okay guys, I must apologize that my video cut off unknowingly while I was filming. I didn't know it came off, and I didn't get to show you guys when I tucked the left and the right side edges down. I did put some egg wash and I tuck it in. So you'll go ahead and do that, and then we will leave this to rise for about 30 to 40 minutes until it doubles in size. So now that this has doubled in size, we will now go ahead and brush the top with some egg wash, and then we will place this into the oven of 350 degrees for about 25 minutes, or at least until you see it starts to look golden brown. Every oven is different, and yours might take less time or more time, but just look at how your bread looks. If it looks golden brown, that means it is done. Okay guys, so after about 25 minutes, this is now done, and it smells so good in here guys, and look how beautiful it looks. Now I'll go ahead and brush this with some butter. Some people may use a sugar water glaze, but I don't like to do that because I feel like the bread is sweet enough and I don't need any added sugar. Now I will let this cool off thoroughly before I slice it up and show you guys what it looks like on the inside. Okay guys, now let's just take a look at how soft that bread is. If you have ever tried my bread recipe, you know what I'm talking about. This bread is super soft, it is moist, and it is absolutely delicious. And this is how I make the softest, moistest, with the perfect amount of sweetness, Guyanese Salara or red cake. I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will leave all the ingredients down in my description box, and I will see you guys in my next video. Enjoy!